Hi, in the last tutorial we learnt about indexes. In this tutorial we learn about index to a secondary key. Secondary key is a key which is not unique in the record file. Let's see how an index file and record file looks in this case. I open the index file, I open the record file. Here they are, the index file and the record file. The index file looks something like this. There are three fields in each record. First is the name, which is a secondary key. The second field is the USN, which is a primary key. And the third field is the RRN, or the position. And this is the record file. The record file has certain fields and then padded with certain number of characters, so that the length of the record is fixed. That means this is a fixed length record. This record is deleted because we have marked star. In this case we copy star in the first two fields, both the primary key and the secondary. Rest of the concepts are the same. I have the program in front of me now. Now before moving any further, please make sure that you are perfect with the previous program, that is index to a primary key. Now most of the concepts are going to be the same. We have declared and defined the student class. We have these data members and the member functions. You can notice that there is only one extra function in the class definition. In fact, we are going to study about only this function in this tutorial. The rest, all of the concepts are almost the same. This function is called as display USN found, and we'll get to know about it later. Let's go step by step. Here is the sort function. It's the same as in the case of previous program. Pack and unpack is also the same. Get data and put data are the same. Now comes the insert function. The only difference in the insert function is that in index file we are writing three fields. One is the name, that is the secondary key. Other is the USN, that is the primary key. And the third one is the global RRN. Global RRN, as you know, is the global variable which we increment each time during insertion and copy into the index file instead of getting it from the user. That's all about the insert function. Now coming to display. Display function is almost the same, except for we are using index.getLine 3 times. That means we have to read 3 fields from the index file. That's it. The condition for matching of the USN is the same. Now comes the search function. Before you get to the search function, let's execute this program so that we get to know what we want. I'll say execute. I'll insert some data. 22, Manish, age something, say marks something, and insert one more. Notice that this time I will give some different USN but the same name, Manish. Age is something, marks is something. Now when I display the data, it is something like this. You can see the USN are different but the name is the same. So when I give search, it asks me for the name. I will say Manish. It has to display me the corresponding USN which are available, and I have to choose any one USN among these. I will say suppose 55, and then it displays me the details of the USN 55. So the extra thing we need to add is we need to write this function which displays the USN which are available in the file. That's it. Back to the program. What we are doing here is we are implementing search as we did before, but before calling search we need to call one more function which displays the available USNs, and that function is display USN found. This function reads from the index file and displays you the corresponding USN using this condition. If strcmp underscore name comma key name, underscore name is the name from the index file and key name is the name which the user is entering. If the name matches, then you have to display the USN. That's it. So before calling the search function, we should call this function display USN found and then this search function. the implementation of which is almost the same. Let's go to the main program and see how these two functions are called. Here it is. This is the case for search. I will say enter a name. I will read the name and I will call this function display USN found. I will supply name as an argument. This function returns 1 on success. That means if found it returns 1, otherwise it returns 0. If it is found, I will ask the user to choose a USN. I will accept that USN again as the key and I will call the search function with key as the parameter to it. Otherwise, if it's not found, I will display hey, it's not found. Same is in the case of delete. Your delete function is here. Instead of searching, what you are doing is you are copying star into the USN and name fields. That means you are deleting the records. And the call to these functions from the main function is similar. Let's have a look at it. Here it is. I ask the name to delete. I call this function again display USN found. If found, I ask the user to enter a USN and I read it into key and I supply this key as an argument to the delete function which deletes the record. Otherwise, I say the key is not found. That's all about this program. As you saw, there was implementation of only one function which was new. And now we can say that it's not the length of the program that matters. It's all the concepts. We are just including one more function into the previous program and doing minor modifications to convert that program into index to secondary key. That's all about this. Thanks for watching.
Oh